computer. Okay, everyone. Hey, today is it's January, and I'm really excited because look at all these great people on here. Hi, Layla. I'm Nancy Francis, and this is a special call, and we're going to feature Meredith DeBenedetto and Jennifer Malick-Williams. And the reason why we're doing this call is that we've had a lot of people interested in the virtual parties. A lot of us have tried virtual parties. A lot of us have been successful. Some of us have not been successful, and some of us have moderate success with it. So Meredith and Jennifer have been very successful in their virtual parties. So what the three of us were talking, and they very kindly offered to do a training for us. So here we are. What we're going to do is Jennifer was going to talk first, but she's going to come in, but she's got little ones at home that's not feeling so well. So we're going to give her a few minutes so that we can get Wendell back to feeling a little bit better. So what I want to do is just a little bit of history with virtual parties in our organization in Pampered Chef. They've been around for a good 3 years, and it kind of started out that virtual parties are on Facebook, number one, but they started out just kind of the Wild West. We were all trying to figure out what to do. Facebook didn't have a whole lot of rules and regs. So a lot of us started doing them, and it was great. And then they changed Facebook changes things all, on a frequent basis to make sure it's what they're wanting for their business. So anyway, as they've made more changes, our organization decided to try different platforms to do auto posting, which is actually posting inside of the event or group for you. Well, as Facebook made some more changes, that's not available except into groups. A lot of us were using Post My Party. Some of us were using another posting service called CinchShare. And I just felt that one of the things that our organization could use is a little bit more consistency on what we're doing with virtual parties, mainly to help us to have good parties, but also to really help new consultants come into our organization virtually, because there's a lot of people that are being recruited and that they're making a huge difference and able to do totally virtual businesses. So wherever you are in the whole virtual world, whether you've not done them at all or don't know what you're doing, we've got people in here like that. We have people that have done them super successfully. We have the whole gamut in here. So wherever you are, all I'm asking you is just keep an open mind and realize that change is always a part of all of our lives and all of our businesses. And it's the people that can change and be willing to change are the ones that really grow. So, and we're finding that there's a lot of growth in virtual parties in Pampered Chef. So I'm going to introduce to you Meredith DeBenedetto, and that's Meredith. Put your hand up there, Meredith. She's been with us for about 7 years. She's an awesome woman. She's actually, you can see little Eli in the back of the car seat there. And I guess Maggie's behind you. Hi, Eli. And Maggie's behind her. I am assuming it's Maggie. Yes. So her children are part of her Pampered Chef business. She has them on videos all the time in her virtual parties. She loves her business because she actually gets to homeschool these little ones and drive them around. And she's also discovered that vacationing with the Pampered Chef with her very nice husband, who happens to be driving Aaron. There he is. He's in the Lucky Husbands Club because she's just earned a trip to Hawaii, plus other places that she's taken her family and working on Disney. So Meredith, I'm going to turn it over to you. She has embraced the virtual party stuff in our organization early and has been instrumental in teaching us and inspiring us to do it. So anyway, take it away. Tell us what you found about these virtual parties, Meredith.
Okay. I've been working with virtual parties for a good 5 years, if not more than that. So attempting to do some kind of Facebook thing through, some kind of Pampered Chef thing through Facebook. And there's definitely been a huge evolution in the way we do that. I think if I had one tip to share with you, if I was just allowed to give you one thing, be to think about how to add value to people's lives. So that's what we do when we're helping people pick a product, right? We're trying to think of how to add value to their lives. When we're at a cooking show trying to teach them a recipe, the goal is to add value. So to try and try and change your mindset into Facebook. Like, okay, how can I use this platform to add value to people's lives? So can you ask me a question, Nancy? Maybe that would help me.
Yeah. So how many, are you totally virtual, Meredith? Do you do a live cooking shows? What's your business?
No, I'm about half and half. My goal is to do 4 cooking shows a month and 4 Facebook parties a month. I will be increasing the amount of Facebook parties I'm doing because my family is planning a move right now, and I'll really need to up the amount of Facebook parties that I can do so that I can continue providing for the family. So I enjoy the nice balance of cooking and Facebook.
Okay. And what are the benefits of doing a Facebook party, Meredith? I mean, just off the top, what do you find?
Well, the weather doesn't matter, for one thing. So if you're in a place that gets a lot of cold, for sure you need to do that. I like to do a Facebook party to go along with any cooking party. If, Nancy and I both live in Virginia Beach, where a lot of people are military. So the significance there is that they have family members and good friends all over the country. So if you can run a 4 or 5 day Facebook party to go before the cooking party with completely different people, that's going to up your show average by probably like $400 or $500, So that's a nice thing to do. Another advantage of the Facebook party is it doesn't feel like it's as much work. It kind of is easier to just go to a party, get your work over with. But there are times when you want to be able to work in your sweatpants, right? That's part of why we do this. So there's certainly an advantage there. And you can hit like just such a wider crowd of people, Most of us probably won't drive much more than an hour for a cooking party, but if it's in the United States, you can do a cooking party. You can do a Facebook party with these people.
And Meredith, do you find that you can book closer in with these parties, or tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Because people aren't quite so hesitant. Some people will say like, sure, let's start tomorrow. And I don't recommend doing that because I still like to get my hosts physical catalogs that they can bring with them and spend some time coaching them and such. But, you can definitely book in really close. And if you're at a cooking party and someone's really on the edge of booking, you can say, well, why don't we let's just try a Facebook party. How would that be? Here, take some catalogs home with you.
Right.
That's an easy way to get a booking where you may not have secured one.
Right. And a lot of people don't want people in their house, or their house isn't clean. They've got dogs. We've all heard all sorts of excuses, but really the key is, well, are you on Facebook? If you are, hey, here's another option for you. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of the why of the Facebook parties. I have built my business doing all virtual, cooking shows for many years. And I know some of you are in the same category, and stepped into virtual parties about 3 years ago. A little frustrated in the beginning, kind of crazy, a new learning curve, big time for me too. But I have to say that over this past fall, I've had really successful Facebook parties. And a lot of it is really learning how to interact in the parties. So I'm going to see if Jennifer, let me see. Hey, Jen, are you capable now?
Yes, all cleaned up, all ready to go.
So let me introduce to you Jennifer Malik-Williams. Jennifer has been with us, let's see here, only about 2 years, and she's our newest director in our organization. Yay, Jen. She's in Central Pennsylvania. She's got 5 children. She loves her Pampered Chef business because she runs these kids all over the place. Her business is a lot on her phone, a lot. So she's running this off of her phone, and I know that's of interest to some of you here. She also just really loves to be able to come home and make dinner for those 5 kids and then get paid for it all. So she's really done a great job of integrating her family and her life into her business. And Jen, I would say Jennifer is probably, 90% virtual? Is that?
Yeah, definitely.
She's working on getting some live shows too. Cooking shows. So a little bit of both is always a good thing, because then you can help other people get started in one way or the other. But one of the reasons we're doing this is for all of us to have a safe community that we know more about Facebook parties to help other people join our team and feel comfortable doing it, and you inviting them to do that too. So I'm going to, let's see here. Jennifer, I want to ask you, you have been really successful in getting bookings, get lots of interaction. She's really kind of done a great job of these Facebook parties. So tell us, in your opinion, what you really have to do inside that party to make it fun, make it engaging, because a lot of us are like, well, nobody comments, nobody, it's like crickets out there. Tell us a little bit about what this party looks like for you.
Well, one of the things that I really do is I do a lot of host coaching, and I do daily challenges every day for my hosts. And one of my challenges is tag 4 people that are not currently participating in the show in posts today. And I give them examples of how to tag them. You don't want them to just tag their name. You want them to say something like, hey, Sarah Jessica Parker, you would love this product. Or, hey, Meredith, your kids would adore this. Wouldn't they have fun with this? Those kinds of things. Really, your host leads your party. So if your host is crickets, a lot of times your party is crickets. Now, I kind of take that as a challenge personally. If my host is crickets and my party is crickets, I will sit down with like an hour and just say, you know what? I'm going to get people to comment on this party. And if you RSVP yes, fair game, dude. I'm going to tag you and stuff. I'm going to ask you what you think. I'm going to ask you, hey, do you have a guess? And tag that person in games and guessing games and stuff like that. So I do a lot of host coaching and I do a lot of tagging people. Baby, I'll get it in a second. I'm sorry. That's my little guy. So that's the number one thing I do is host coaching. And the other thing is I always say the fortunes and the follow-up. So when people comment on things, I never just like it. I always say something back. Sometimes I don't actually say something back. Sometimes I post a sticker that's like someone like nodding or giving a thumbs up. Or sometimes I post a GIF. Anything just to let them know that I heard them and that I totally agree, understand, whatever with what they said. Even if it's negative, I still post a GIF or a picture or I reply. Because if I'm not interacting with them, I can't expect them to go to the next post and interact with me. And I always try to make sure that it's not just sales. Like I'm not like, when someone comments on the citrus press and is like, oh my gosh, this looks awesome. I'm not like, oh great, you know what you should also look at? This, and this. Or if I say kitchen frustrations, like I have them tell me their kitchen frustrations right at the beginning of the show. I don't rattle off a list of products that will solve their kitchen frustration. I actually try to give them an idea of something that I've done in the past or that I know someone has done in the past to help with that situation. And then I say, if you're interested, we're going to be talking about our coated knives later this week. And then when the coated knife comes up later that week, I will tag them in it. So I'm still selling to them, but it's not quite as salesy. It makes them want to interact more. I don't want people to feel like every time they comment on something, I'm going to jump on them and be like, then buy this. I want them to comment on stuff just because it comes to mind. It's just like a conversation. So that's mostly what I do and then I do message every single person that orders from my shows. And I tell them in my show that I thank them in the show. And I tell them I'm sending you a message with a couple of recipes as a thank you, a couple of my favorite seasonal recipes as a thank you. And then I tell them to, check their messages. And once I've sent out a bunch of messages, I will post in the page, check your message picture. And then I tag them in it so they know to go check their messages. But in that message, and I have it in a Word document, exactly what I say. I copy paste it. All I do is fill in a different host name, a different customer name, and one of the products that they ordered. So it's, and I can post that to the page or I can give it to Nancy. I'll send it to Nancy and she can send it out. But that way, in that message, I'm asking them to book a show or, and I'm telling them what the next 2 months of specials are for hosting. So, and that's how I do it virtually because obviously, You can't entice people with recipes or with themes or anything like that virtually. You really, I mean, you can try to entice them with a theme virtually, but honestly, it doesn't really matter what theme you do. Your virtual party is your virtual party. So it just changes the wording a bit. So I just try and like tell them what the host specials are. And then I always do something where if a host books 3 shows from their show, they get to pick an item from my stash. And I post that in the party, and that gets a lot of people to book. Sometimes I don't give the host their prize until the third party has completed. So that way I'm not handing out prizes and not getting my 3 shows in return. But that's pretty much, I mean, that's in a nutshell what I do for bookings.
Can I ask, and what you guys want to do is write down some questions, because once Meredith is finished, we'll allow some time for questions. But one thing that I wanted to ask you that came to my mind, you said you coach your hosts. Do you do a phone call with every one of those people, or messages, or what do you, what do you do? What's that?
I don't do a phone call. I pretty much do it through Messenger because most of my Facebook hosts are just more comfortable with Facebook. And a lot of them are moms like me, and trying to get on the phone for any amount of time uninterrupted is near impossible. So I do it all through Messenger, and I contact them every single day during the show. I talk to them. I set up their page the Wednesday before their show starts. I start my shows on Monday evenings. So I contact them when I send out their host packet and let them know that I've sent their host packet and that I will be setting up the page the Wednesday before their show starts. And I just let them know the lay of the land. And then I tell them how excited I am. Every single message I send to my hosts pretty much says how excited I am about their show, or how I can't wait to get started, or, just really getting excited about it. And then I tell them in the one where I send them their host, I say, the only thing I need you to do right now is get excited about your show and start sharing your excitement with your friends and family. And then when I set up their page, I have them look over the posts I put up and then start inviting if everything looks good. And then I message them every single day with host challenges. And then about midweek, mid-party, I'll say to them, how are you feeling about everything? How is it going on your end? What are you thinking? That kind of thing, just to get some back and forth interaction. So.
Excellent. And one thing that I found out that I can tell you what I was doing wrong, is that I was being too salesy in my parties. When you're at a party and you're there with people, they're fine, but you can't jump in too quickly trying to sell something to people. Right? Just what you said, Jennifer. And once I changed that, instead of talking about, oh, that would be great. Bobby, I know your husband loves to grill. Hey, you should check out this, our new grill cleaning tool. It just cuts them right off. But in a party, something like that, if she's talking about her husband, I would have said that in the live party. But you can't do that in a virtual party because they're not getting you, You're just like sales girl. So you really do just have to kind of play around a lot in a virtual party. And then, like Jennifer said, use the messaging as a more specific thing in a personal conversation to get bookings and to get the recruits. So thank you so much with that. I really loved all those ideas. So she wanted to kind of give you a general idea what her virtual parties look like. And you usually get, 3 bookings? What's your average of bookings from these virtual parties?
Between 2 and 3, every party.
Right. And she's not afraid to put it out there, right?
Oh, no, I post every single day about recruiting and booking. Every single day they see join my team. Every single day they see book a party, sometimes twice a day in my virtual parties. They get those. And I also use emojis to my advantage. I don't know if anybody else feels like they overuse the smiley winky face emoji, because I way overuse that. I don't care. I'm proud of it. Like if they comment that they love the Rock Crock, but it's kind of expensive, I say, oh, hey, I know where you can get that half price or free, winky emoji. And then I'm not asking them for a show in front of everyone else, but I'm putting it out there. Hey, think about it. I like planting seeds along the party, but always in like a fun, lighthearted way.
Good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in Meredith in the car up here. Thanks, Jen. That was awesome. Okay, Meredith. Okay, this is what happened. We have Carrie. Oh, Carrie was on here. Carrie Ryan. Yeah, there's Carrie. Put your hand up there so they know who you are. That's Carrie. Meredith and Carrie were working together, and I'm not quite sure how you got into this Vizzlie thing, but Meredith, if you could just explain to us what Vizzlie is and why you decided to try this, and give us some insights on why you may want to try it and what's working for you guys. Because I know Jennifer just tried it. She just tried it, and I just tried it yesterday. So
Can you,
take it away.
can you see my screen?
I can. Let the fun begin. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So here's the Vizzlie website, and I tried it. I've done Post My Party and Share, and I don't know, maybe something else also. And I didn't like them, so I canceled my subscriptions to them. And I heard probably from Nancy or from somebody that sharing templates was really easy on Vizzlie, and that you can do at least 3 party a month, maybe 2 free parties using Vizzlie. So I decided to try it, right? Like, why not give it a go? So I'm going to just kind of show you why I like it, if that's okay with you all. So I'm going to click log in. You need to log in with your Facebook account because they are posting to Facebook for you. Like, that's the whole thing. So log in using your Facebook account. Okay, so hopefully with the internet, I'm on the Eastern Shore.
Can you open your screen so that we can see your full screen? Can you open it up, like widen your screen?
Like that?
See if that'll work. Yeah. Yeah,
like that?
That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it's going to take a moment. I'm on the Eastern Shore. It's not known for its high technology. So Vizzlie has a very easy way that we can share templates with each other. So we'll look at a template together, and I'm going to show you a bit of how you can manipulate it. All right? I hope that's helpful. So here I am. This is like my home page on Vizzlie. And what I want to do is look at a template. So I'm coming over here, clicking template. And these are a few of the ones I have set up already. And we're going to look at revised New Year. Okay, so you can see, and to really go through the nitty-gritty about setting up the times of posts and relative starts and things like that, please watch the Vizzlie tutorial. If you go to YouTube and just click on Vizzlie tutorial, it'll explain a lot of it to you. But here we go, we're previewing a post. So it says here, order, this is the first one, order here anytime during the party. Bracket, link, bracket. So wherever we have brackets, we can exchange the text, okay? So down here I have changes for end date, party theme, host name, consultant phone number, consultant email address. So that's all there so that we can easily share this together, okay? So next one, so obviously next month I'm gonna need to change the guest special that we can see here, and I'm always encouraging interaction and response and trying to get people to imagine the tools in their own kitchen. Same thing that we do at a cooking party. We want them imagining this, which one are you going to use when you earn this? The utility knife, the coated tomato knife, or the kitchen mats? Which one is going to be best in your kitchen? Okay, have them just assume the sale there. Okay. So you can go through and we can always edit text. We can add more things in. We can create new posts. I'll show you how to create a new post. Create post. We'll say it's called example. And we're going to do this 5 days after the starting. And we're going to do it at an exact time of day. Let's say we're going to do it at 3 p.m. And say I want to link a video. So I'm coming down here, video. These are all YouTube links I've shared with my thing. So Meredith's chicken, avocado caprese salad. And I'm going to say this is an example. Need to change. Okay, so create. And I want you to see how it'll look as the preview. So preview post. Oh, the internet's moving so slowly out here, it's not going to link it. But there would be a YouTube thumbnail there. Oh, here it comes. So YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so it works. I mean, it works pretty well. The slowness here is because of the Eastern Shore. It's not because of Vizzlie. Okay, so let's say I want to share this template. I come down here, and I'm just going to click Share Template. And now when any of you have signed up for Vizzlie, you can, I'll show you how to do it. You can ask for importing a template and take my code. Close it. Nancy, have you made a template yet?
I took your template and I fixed it up and made it my own. Yes.
Can you share it back with me so that we can show them how that works?
I can try if you show me how to do it.
Okay. So you're going to come into, you're going to click on templates.
Okay, let me get into my Vizzlie account because you have the screen right now. Okay, hold on. Facebook.
And like we can, a nice thing is that we can definitely collaborate here. So I'm going to share the template with Bridget. Bridget's going to look at it and be like, Meredith, you need more posts about this or that. Okay, good, you do that. And then give it back to me. And then, like, you know, we can go back and forth and build up something that could be really brilliant, you know, versus, you know, just my head. Let's use everybody's head a little better.
Okay, I'm in my template.
Okay, so Nancy, you're going to go down to the bottom.
Yep.
To share template.
Got it.
Okay, so I want to go into import a shared template. So I'll show you again where that is. Import shared template. Nancy, can you tell me what the letter is?
C as in Charlie, F as in Frank, B as in boy.
CF.
Yep.
CF.
B as in boy.
B.
Yes, as in boy. 2. E as in Edward. H. U.
Does that look right?
Hold on, I can't see you. CFB2EHU. CFB2E. Yes, that's correct.
All right, so I'm going to click search.
So I didn't send it to you though, Meredith. So I don't
know.
even
No, you just need to tell it.
Oh.
It's going to come in here in a sec, I think. Okay, so this is one that I had initially shared with Nancy.
Right.
And now she's changed it to meet her own needs.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we can change, you know, we can change things within it together now.
So this
so,
is,
I mean, that's why I like Vizzlie. It's super duper easy.
mm-hmm.
It's easy to share. I think it's great.
So you're doing this inside of a group. Is that correct, Meredith?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And I did this yesterday, and I was using Post My Parties. You Post My Party, and I still have Post My Party. But I wanted to see what this is like. And the thing that there is a tutorial. I liked how you said watch the YouTube tutorial. There's also a tutorial inside of here. And then the other thing that seemed to be different is that you have to download all your images that you want to use in your party, as well as download your videos that you want to use in your party, because then it makes it really easy to find them. Did you see them all in Meredith's, in her program? So they're already there, so that when you go to put this all together, you're not like trying to download a video, then putting stuff in. It was just easier if you had them all in there. Is that correct, Meredith?
Yeah, so you can drag them in. Like, these are, for the most part, images that I have dragged in for specific posts, but now they're part of my library. So if I want to use this Name That Living Room that I got from Carrie, I don't have to search around Carrie's old Facebook parties. It's saved here. And then another nice thing, let's look at the videos. You can just use Pampered Chef's YouTube station for the YouTube links, or if you have your own station where you upload and link, you can do that. So just linking in videos, and I have some, you know, I have some of myself cooking and of the kids cooking, but for the most part, they're the Pampered Chef tutorials on here.
Wow, that's really extensive. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really easy, and after you play with it a little bit, it's intuitive as well.
But my thought is that if we had 2 or 3 good templates that we can have like as a new consultant template to get a virtual party launch for them going that we could easily do as an organization, that would be really super helpful. Because a lot of us, I know if you're not comfortable, if you don't really know what you're doing, it's hard to say, yeah, I'll help you get started. And then it's like, well, what do I got to do? So this would be really, I think, a game changer for bringing in new people that would like to step into the virtual party. Plus, it'll help you guys do this. But with all of us on different platforms, and I'm not saying to change what you're doing now. That's not what I'm saying. But I think it would just be nice if we had some kind of a little bit of consistency with the people that want to go this route. So Meredith, that was great. Now I'm going to bring it over back to Jen, and because Jen, can you come back in, please? Because she told me something that Bobby had alluded to, and then we'll open it up for questions. Jen, you just jumped into this Vizzlie thing yesterday or the day before, is that correct?
Yes, I just did. Well, I did it last week, or I started last week, and I am currently running a party with Vizzlie.
And you had Post My Party, correct?
I did.
So I asked her just before this call, I said, okay, what do you think of this? And you said,
I love Vizzlie, and the reason I love it is because I abandoned groups and I went back to using events because my hosts just really like using events. They don't like putting their friends in a group. So because I have found some hosts that have been adamant they do not want to do a group, I said, you know what, and I really like that they click to RSVP. So I just said, I'm going back to events. So I've been manually posting for about the last month, which is hard when you're at soccer and swim team and wrestling and Cub Scouts and everything else all the time, because you don't always have access to all of your images and all of your stuff when you're on the road to post. So I changed my parties up and I was like, I'm going to post, 3 times a day. Sometimes it'll be in the morning, sometimes and I left myself a lot of wiggle room, which people don't seem to really mind. But I love Vizzlie because it pops up now. If I'm at swim team, which I am every single evening, I can pull up the website on my phone and it'll start popping up reminders of when I need to post in my event. It is as easy as I click, I hit the button that says what reminder I want to put up, like which post it is, the first post I need to post of the day. And then I click copy text to clipboard. And then I hold my finger on the image and download it to my phone. Then they have a little button right there that says go to event. And I hit that. It opens my event for me. I paste my text in there. I add my photo. I hit post. And then I go back to Vizzlie and hit dismiss this notification. I mean, I can do it all from my phone like that. It's so much better. If you're doing events, like, you need to switch over to Vizzlie. It's so much better.
So that's interesting because Megan had a good question. Megan Nation said, so you can't use it in events. The answer is no, you can't, but it's kind of like a little workaround and it gives you kind of an alarm for you to make it easy to post in your events.
Yeah, honestly, with Post My Party, I can't download the pictures right from my Post My Party template. So if I need to post in events on the fly, I literally had to load all of my pictures and images into my phone before, and then with Post My Party, you have to copy the text, paste it, go back and copy a link if you're using a YouTube video, and then paste it. I mean, it was just back and forth and back and forth. This is so much easier and so much, I don't have to think about it anymore. And if I'm a little bit late posting, who cares? It keeps the notifications there so that I know, oh, it's 3 o'clock and I had those set to go off at 2. No big deal. My party doesn't know I was going to post at 2. They'll be happy if I post at 3. They don't care. And I go in and I post all my stuff. I love it.
So it provides the flexibility that you need to do. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on for a second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So that's a little bit about having virtual parties. Okay.
Nancy, Bridget had a question, and it's a good question. Do you mind if I answer it real quick?
Go. Now it's our Q&A. Go for it.
So when I do videos, I do a link to YouTube. I don't actually upload the video to my show because it takes too long. So if you actually have a video to upload, I think you have to download it. If you're doing events, you have to download it to your phone and then upload it again. I highly recommend just using your YouTube link instead of, it makes it so much easier. And when you have a YouTube link, Bridget, in your post, it puts it all on that space that says copy to clipboard. So if I have a video link that I'm posting and I hit copy to clipboard, there's nothing more for me to do other than paste it into my show. It automatically pastes the link and the video will come up in my show. If that makes sense. Bridget, let me know if that doesn't make sense.
Okay. So who has some questions for these girls? Because I know you guys have questions. This is a great conversation. It's so good to see all your faces too. I love it.
Okay, Bobby here. I got a question. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm looking back through my notes. You said you tag everybody, like when you're, all the different people, whenever you tag the guests themselves. How do you do that if you're not a Facebook friend with them?
Oh, that is a secret I had to figure out.
Okay, share.
Use the @ symbol before you start typing their name, and it will bring it up. So that's something that took me a while to figure out. But use that @ symbol and then start typing their name, and it will pull up a whole list of people, and you pick the right one out.
Okay.
Totally. You totally lost me. Could you explain that a little bit more in detail?
Sure. Okay, so if you go to tag someone in a post, it actually will alert them that they've been tagged in a post and it will give them a notification to come to the page and see the post. Mm-hmm. So I do a lot of tagging in my shows. I have my host do a lot of tagging in my shows because it brings them back to the page, and I don't have to worry about what Facebook is doing with notifications anymore. So if you want to tag someone who you're not Facebook friends with, and Nancy, you won't notice this as much because a lot of times when you're on a computer, you can still tag them. But if you're on a phone, you cannot tag someone that is not Facebook friends with you unless you put the @ symbol first and then type in their name. And even sometimes on my computer, I can't tag them. But as long as you put that @ symbol, it'll pull up a menu of all the people.
Okay. Hey, didn't know that.
I have a question about the videos. If I've got videos that I have saved in Facebook that I have done either on my personal page, my business page, or my personal group, can I save those over into YouTube so then I can, so that's a yes, Meredith?
Yeah. Yes, and I'll be happy to help you with that.
Okie dokie.
Do you know how to save your live videos?
I think so. We'll probably need to chat.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but absolutely. I'd be happy to help with that. And then you just upload it to your YouTube station and just make sure that it's public.
Okay. Another question. Like from past shows I've done, I have done a lot of live videos in them. But most of them, I have mentioned the host name. Could or should I use those in future shows or do not?
I have a recommendation. It's not going to directly answer this question. But I've found that if I do live videos from my personal Meredith Harris DeBenedetto page, and I have it available for all the world to see, I can then share that into any event, any group, anywhere that I want to use it in the future. Whereas if I do it in my foodie group or my team page, I can only share that to people who are a member of that group.
Right.
So then you get those side benefit of people, you're like, sorry guys, if you don't want to pay attention, don't pay attention, but I'm recording this here. But then a lot of people end up seeing you doing your cooking demo and are remembering that you're the cook around there.
So with your Jennifer and Meredith, and well, a lot of you guys, are you doing, because this is what I found took a lot of time for me when I'm doing these virtual shows, it says do at least one live videos, and then I'm trying to set up a time to do it, and no one shows up anyways. So are you just doing, like, if you do live videos, just do when it fits into your life, opposed to a specific time, and then save those videos, like, instead of doing them in the group, do them, like,
I do it when it fits my time. And if I'm doing it just for the Facebook group, I might message the host beforehand. I might put a post out like, hey, if you can, tune in live in 5 minutes. But I do it like when I'm opening the bottle of wine or when I'm using the salad choppers. And I think a lot of people end up watching it. What do you do, Jennifer?
I set a time with my hosts. I tell my hosts at the beginning of their party that I don't need them to be on their show at any particular time. They get to check in whenever they want, except for when I go live. I need them to be on when I go live. And I give them like 2 choices during the evening, during the week of their party, and say, which one of these works for you? We'll go live at 8 or 8:30. That's what time I do it, because that's what time I'm home and my kids are, getting ready for bed and I have a few minutes. But I do schedule it with my hosts. And then about 10 minutes before I post in the morning, I actually put it right in my template that it posts saying, I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock. Join me. This is the demo I'm doing. And then 10 minutes beforehand, I do another post that says, don't forget, 10 minutes, I'm going to be live. And then I tag every single person in that show that RSVP'd yes or maybe in that post so that they see it. And then I message my host and say, going live in about 10 minutes. What I need you to do is, as soon as I start to go live, I need you to look down your friends list and see who has a green dot next to them. And then I want you to message them to join us on the live if you see a green dot. So I literally have my hosts green dot people to join our live demo. Now, I'm kind of torn right now. Lately, I haven't had as many Facebook shows at once, so I've been doing a separate one in each show. However, I was, before Christmas, inviting everybody to my VIP page and doing my demo there. And then my VIPs can join in. I've got 2 or 3 or 4 shows joining in, and it makes it a lot more chatty. But I kind of don't know which one gives better results. I think going live in each of my parties, I've seen more of a benefit from going live. Like, I've seen more sales of that product and more interest in that product. So, but honestly, Eileen, I would suggest that you go live at least once a week for your show or your VIPs, however you want to, but your show gets one live where you're actually on live. But if you want to use one of your older videos, like if someone says, I really want to see how that whipped cream maker works, and you're not doing a demo with whipped cream maker, share your video from another party. Be like, listen, this was from a party 2 weeks ago. I did a live demo of the whipped cream maker. Here's what it looks like. The party's host was named Tiffany. Enjoy the video and post it to the page. Heck yeah.
And see, one of my things has been, if I'm trying to do, because I've tried to do like 3-4 shows, virtual shows in a week, but if I've got to do 4 live videos, I don't get anything else done because, well, they're long.
I actually, that's why I started doing the VIP page thing, where I go live on my VIP page and all of my shows get invited to that live. And then I post a link to my VIP page 10 minutes beforehand. I send my link to my VIP page. And when they green dot, I say, send this link to everybody and have them join us on our live demo. Because when I was doing 4 shows at a time before Christmas, I couldn't. This is my monkey who's now suddenly feeling much better. Can you go set, please? So when I was doing 4 shows at a time, I couldn't do a live demo on each one. Goodness gracious, I'd be making like 7 rounds of whipped cream. I don't need that much whipped cream.
So it sounds to me like you really kind of have to find out what's going to work for you. I mean, for me,
You could also you could pop.
go ahead. Go ahead, Meredith.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was frozen. You could pop in and just do like an air demo of things too. If you want to go in individually to each group, hey everybody, this is Meredith. I just wanted to say hi. I'm a real person. I'm not just a Facebook person. I'm going to look around here. Look, here are my salad choppers. This is my mixed chop. You know, shout out below if you've got any of these. You know, just something that simple. And you can also bring your host in live with you. That's an option, is to invite them to join you. And if you preface it with them, like, it's great. So, hey, Karen, hop in, grab 3 of your favorite things. I'll have 3 of my favorite things. That can take 3 minutes, you know?
Right.
And I like doing that.
And I
So
think,
Jennifer, is your customer group that you're asking to come to, is that closed or is that open?
You mean my shows, my events?
No. You said that you were having people that came to your VIP. Is that a closed group? Or
No. That's an open group available to anybody who wants to pop in on it. So, and I actually have a post that goes off in each of my shows that they get 5 extra tickets if they join my VIP group. So I have like 300 members of my VIP group.
mm-hmm. Very good.
And I also pop in and do a welcome video in each of my shows separately. I show one product on my belt. I literally hold a teak spoon and say, let me just show you the spoon. But I do go in individually and do, even if I have 5 virtual shows running, but it's a 5-minute video of me. I say welcome. I talk about how much I love my business, and if this might be something that works for you, you need to contact me. We'll have a no commitment conversation about what I do and how I do it, and then I show one product.
Very good. Hey guys, how about you? Is this good? I mean, are you guys learning something? Yeah. How about typing in the chat things that would help you in these virtual parties? Now, Eileen, you may want to type in the chat how to upload one of your personal videos to YouTube. Just type that in the chat, you guys. What would help? That maybe we can, get small groups together that we can help each other do this. And like Meredith did that whole Vizzlie thing. She had it's easy to make a video. I mean, making videos is quite easy. We could do that. So if you type in there what you're thinking, what you're needing, it's a lot easier to do it in a group of people than just to try to figure it out yourself, because there is a learning curve to everything. So I'm game to listening to that or hearing what you have to say. All right. Hey, and here's a little tip that I discovered last night. I usually do 2 shows. If I'm doing virtual shows, I like to do 2 at the same time because it's just like rote then. So what I do is I have my phone. I know this is probably like whatever, but it works. I have one show on my phone and I have one show on my computer. So I just set them up so that they're screening on me at the same time, and I just do the demo. I just don't make it, hey, Bobby, I'm not talking about your folks. Yeah. I'm not interacting too much with them. And I'll say, hey, it's good to see you guys join us, blah, 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 blah. So then I have a video. I've hit 2 shows at one time and I don't have to worry about it. And a lot of times I'm not doing a whole cooking demo, Eileen. It's just a little shorty thing. So it depends on what you want to do. So that's kind of well with me, because I've actually done it in the team talk as I'm doing a live cooking, as I'm doing a demo in one of my virtual parties. So it kind of, there's different things that you can do.
I did, I just wanted to share, I did a YouTube video on my YouTube channel, and I did record it with the intention of being able to share it in every virtual party that I have. And that was my intention. Then after I went ahead and did my regular, like I'm live at your house demo, start to finish. And what I kept catching myself was talking about the monthly specials. And I thought, I don't want to talk about that because I want this to be carried through the air. So that was hard for me to, pull that in and everything. But I thought I can just put that in every one of my virtual parties, just like if they had been in my house at a party. So that's how I did that one. I'm going to try to do a couple more and try to remember not to talk about the monthly specials.
You have to be careful with that with the weather too, because I was starting to talk, it's cold right now in January.
Yeah.
No, because you can have a whole collection and it really makes you know, it's a lot easier. So there's upfront work on this virtual stuff. But once you put the upfront work in and you get a system going like Meredith and Jen have done, and if this Vizzlie can be easy storage access, it sounds like that's what you're referring to, Jennifer, to do manual posting, then that might be a good thing. And I believe as it is right now, you can get two. This is why it was kind of nice. Is it 2 parties?
2 free.
Go ahead.
A month.
Two events and 1 group, I believe.
Yeah.
Free
Okay.
every month.
Good. Okay.
I thought it was two groups. Whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a free factor to this. The other ones that you join, you get like maybe a month for free or 2 weeks for free, and then you have to pay $10 a month. This one is a free factor. Every month you get 2 or 3 or whatever it is for free, so that your new consultants can kind of get their feet wet to see what this feels like, if they like it. That was one thing. The other thing is you can collaborate. And the third thing, I believe I think it's a monthly subscription that you can turn off anytime. Is that correct, Bobby? You did a little research.
I can't remember. I know I signed up, but I cannot. I didn't have to put any payment information in at this point.
So
No, you get unlimited shows for the first, I think it's like 2 weeks for free right now.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
And then as of the 31st, I'll have to put my payment information in if I want to do more than 2 shows a month. And Angela, yes, I think we are going to share this, right, Nancy? We're going to share this for people to watch.
Absolutely. I'm going to record it, and I will put it on the director page, and then you guys can share it out with your
Before we get off here, really quick, can I ask a question that will help other consultants? Sorry, I was driving. Can we give some ideas for people that are either been consultants and wanting to try virtual parties, or new consultants? Obviously, Jennifer gave us good examples of how to get 3 bookings at every party. But if you wanted to add some shows to your calendar that were virtual and you hadn't done it before, what ideas do you guys have?
Honestly, when I started, I just went out there and posted on my Facebook page and said, hey guys, I want to try this new thing and I want to go virtual with some of these shows. Who wants to be my guinea pig? And I got a couple people that were like, yeah, I do. I find it pretty easy. Okay. I find it pretty easy to book virtual shows because it's much harder to get someone to invite you into their kitchen and into their house and bring everybody over than it is to get them to do it virtually. So when I'm talking to people, like I always talk to them about a cooking show, and they'll be like, well, and I'm like, we can even do it online too. And then they're normally like, oh yeah, I'll do that. So
now I'm the opposite. I find it easier to get home shows than I can virtual.
Everybody wants to have you over, Bob.
Right.
That's why.
You just have to find the vibe for you.
So maybe if you guys could share a sample thing you may say to invite someone to do a virtual party for a beginner's help.
I would just, yeah, I mean, I can definitely send, put something on the page, but also I basically say like, hey everybody, I'm really excited to try out virtual parties. Is anybody out there willing to be my guinea pig? Who's in? ? And simple like that. Don't overcomplicate it and let it go. The other month last month, 2 weeks ago, sorry, not last month, 2 weeks ago, I posted the double rewards thing. And I said, I have a week where I actually don't have any parties going on. Who wants double rewards? And I got 2 shows just from that post. So I think just like, when you just start out, asking for guinea pigs is a really good way. But if you're someone who's been out there for a while and you need to book some virtual parties, try posting the monthly special and saying who's in and keep it fun and light. I also have a rule that none of my hosts are allowed to stress over their Pampered Chef shows. Like that's absolutely not allowed. And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, no, you're not allowed to stress out. Because I have hosted like, I don't have any orders yet. And I'm like, yep, you're not allowed to stress out. That's fine. We will work it out. Just give it a little time, And I always say to them, I'm like, just follow the steps that I give you and you will be fine. No stress allowed. And because of that, when I post about booking a show, my hosts jump in and say, it's so easy. It's so fun. It's so awesome kind of thing.
Good. I did one thing. I just wanted that, and I'm going to call on you, Meredith, because there's something that you said that helped me. one of the things that you told me, Jennifer, that helped, and the home office said too, is that just, you know, people want to be around people that make them feel good, whether it's live or if it's on Facebook or just messaging them. So always, you know, compliment your host. Hey, good job. You got 5 people in the show. Good job. I mean, you know, don't sound like you're disappointed. Whatever they do, make it like, hey, good job. Let's keep on going on this, and kind of keep on encouraging them, cheerleading them on, because it does make a difference that they will stay in touch with you as opposed to feeling like I'm letting her down. So just remember that was huge, because I was kind of not doing that as well. She said, you know, she's always like, yeah, but it makes a difference. It really does. And Meredith, a long time ago, you said that you were really successful in getting fundraisers by asking on your regular on your regular page. Tell them about how you got some awesome big fundraisers.
Well, I'll ask just occasionally, maybe once a year, once every 18 months, I'll just ask in a normal post, like, what are the causes you feel passionately about? Like, what are the groups that you donate to? And it's remarkable what you learn about from that. And that's information you can come back to later, certainly. I guess I don't know exactly what you're thinking.
That's what she said she did. And then she found these different fundraisers of people in her circle that she had no idea about. And then she messaged them when, you know, I like to treat, you know, do a fundraiser a month, and your organization sounded really cool. Have you thought about earning some extra income? But I thought that was brilliant how you did it, because you are asking them, you're caring about them. And that was huge. And it really opens up your whole world on fundraising, which is a good thing.
Yeah. And regarding booking parties, if you're brand new or if you're not brand new, I do not get the results. Like, some people put up a host special and they're like, book. That has never happened to me once in my life. So don't feel bad if it doesn't happen for you either. So I recommend messaging people. And, you know, I found that the people that you really, really think are going to help you, like your sister and your mom and your best friend, are probably not going to. And it's a lot bit heartbreaking. So maybe don't even ask those people. And just like talk to anybody, you know, hey, I'm excited about this. Like, I'm about to have to do this in my move, like pick up my business a whole lot, you know. Angela said, yes, Meredith, and think of having a value solution mindset. Yeah, like we started out with, you're adding value to their lives. So generally people want to help their friends, right? But if you're adding value to their lives at the same time, we've got some good words that we can share with everybody, you know, about, you know, making bookings, postings, whatever. I think I'm finished talking. I'm finished with that sentence.
And I think it's our time is actually up. Jennifer, did you have one last thing that you are going like this?
Yes. I actually, when I first started out, my first post that I ever posted about who wants to be my guinea pig, I did get a lot of people respond to, and they were like, this is awesome. But I told them what my why was, why I was doing this. I was doing it because my job cut back my hours. I was doing it because I needed to feed my kids. I was doing it because I have 5 kids and I can't go to work right now. So a lot of people just jumped up and said, I'll host a show. And I got like my first initial like 5 shows from that post. But for a year after that, I was jealous of one of my friends who'd sold 31, who had this community that just rallies around her. And every time she posted, hey, I have some extra spots for this month, anybody want to host a show? She would get like 5 people that were like, I'll host. And I was like, that never happens for me. But after 2 years of building value with my friends and family in this business and with my customers, who are most of them Facebook friends with me now I do get that kind of response from my posts when I say, oh, you know what? Weirdest thing ever, I have a week during double rewards where I don't have anyone that's hosting. Is anybody want to host? And that's when I get people jump on going, oh, I'll host. I would like double rewards kind of thing. But it took a while of like building value. And I do friend my hosts, and I don't post anything controversial on Facebook because of it. My personal Facebook page is kind of a business page, although I don't post a ton of business posts because I don't want my friends and family to get annoyed, but I still treat it like it's my business page. I don't post controversial stuff. I try and stay pretty, even toned, upbeat kind of way. But yeah, it took 2 years to get to the point where people would be like, yeah, I'll host. So
Yeah, good point.
I have one more suggestion for you guys. If you're out of people, and that seems to be a struggle sometimes people say after a little bit of time, I recommend joining a Facebook group for fun that is about your passion or your hobby. Like, I have a friend that plays mahjong. I told her to join a mahjong group with other people. I joined a group for my local new book club thing. Join a group that has nothing to do with Pampered Chef and become friends with different people in social media. And then after it's been a little bit and have a relationship, then tell them what you do. And now you've met new people.
Yeah.
That's a great tip, Angela.
Great tip. What a great way to end this call. And you know what? That's no different than a live party. If you need new friends, you go do something different, right, guys? So anyway, let's give Jennifer and Meredith a big hand. Yay! Woo, woo, woo. Awesome, awesome. And I really want to thank all you guys for coming. I'm going to go ahead and record this. I'll put it on the director page. Directors, please share it with your teams. And anyway, this is amazing. So I guess Angela, I need to make this public, or is this private? Meredith, public, private. Is it private?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
For recording it?
Yeah, for this particular thing.
For uploading it to YouTube?
Yeah, I have to upload it to YouTube.